Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
All right, everybody, welcome to the Bourbon Daily. My name is Steve Akeley. We've got a fun show today. We're going to be trying some Widow Jane Decadence. This is a little bit interesting, a little bit different. It's a bourbon that has been finished in maple barrels. It's a combination. It's a blend. Lisa Wicker, of course, their master distiller, master blender, has put together some Kentucky, some Indiana, and some Tennessee bourbon, and built this for us. It looks like they use Crown maple syrup, which is a big brand. They even carry that in the grocery store here in St. Louis. So they do some maple syrup that's been finished in bourbon barrels, which is kind of cool. And they have this unique partnership. So really cool stuff. And we're going to be trying this today. What do you guys think about the Widow Jane brand?
I'm a fan. It was kind of late to the game on that. I've had some really good stuff by them over the years, I'm happy with they don't hide the fact that they're sourcing a lot of their older stuff there. Yeah. They don't try and pretend they are something they're not. So they do a great job of communicating that and picking out great barrels and blending them into great stuff. So I've had some fantastic products of theirs over the years, so looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've only had the 10-year. So
only had the 10-year.
That's the only time, and I had one sip of it. So
okay. So my buddies here, Scott Creighton and Jim Fosnot, but we do drink a lot of different bourbons, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We do. We have some fun, right? We drink some bourbon, have some fun.
It doesn't suck.
Is
that's
there
for
any
sure.
other way?
Yes.
To do it?
Yes. So this one comes to us. I've never tried the Decadence. Never, Jim. You've tried some of. Have you tried the Decadence?
No, I've never had the Decadence either.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
So this should be pretty unique. Finished in a barrel that had maple syrup in it, not maple syrup infused or anything like that. So I'm guessing more of a subtle taste to it, but we'll see.
I'm hoping so.
That's what I want too. I don't want
my face
syrupy sweet. I don't want to be like, oh, this is a substitute for Screwball.
Right.
This is the Screwball of bourbons.
Yes.
No, we don't want that.
No, not that.
No. Have you guys tried that Screwball?
No.
It's terrible.
I've had to taste it.
It's
had to taste all of them.
horrific.
It was the start of the pandemic, I'm pretty sure. That that and flavored seltzers are what kicked off COVID.
Did you hear Bud Light is doing an eggnog flavored seltzer for the holidays?
Yes.
Is this the end of the world as we know it? Are we done as a society?
Well,
seems like
there's Fireball eggnog available right now.
Are you?
No, available in single serving containers.
Oh, gross.
Horrible.
Yeah. No, they'll just do anything,
Horrible.
won't they?
Yes.
We're going to do a show. We're going to get the three of us together, and we're going to drink one of those eggnog seltzers just to see what's going on there. I think we should try it. I think that should be a show coming up.
It's worthy. It's worthy.
Because I do love eggnog.
Very short.
In all seriousness, I love eggnog, and but I love my eggnog made with bourbon and aged. I think an aged eggnog is key, not something that you buy at the grocery store or anything like that. So, but we'll try an eggnog seltzer.
Can we do that, but then finish with a really good eggnog?
Maybe
an eggnog podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do some of that.
Yeah, we could start with a seltzer and work our way up to some better stuff.
I want to try it, and I want to see what's going on there. I just, to me, seltzer eggnog does not mix.
No.
I think it's going to be horrific, and that may be the fun of the show, though, right?
Yeah. What's that line from Monty Python's Meaning of Life? Fetch me a bucket.
It may be. We may weigh the cans beforehand, which we know what that is, and then we'll weigh it afterwards and see who drank the most, and it'll be like a contest.
Low score wins.
Yeah. We'll see. All right, we'll take this thing out to break with a cork pop. So I've got the Widow Jane Decadence. Here we go. Cork pop.
Oh, nice.
That's good. That was solid, wasn't it? That was solid. All right, we'll pour this, but we're going to taste it though after the break. So we'll get the pours here, and then we'll take this thing out to break on a cheers, and that'll be good. So,
Steve, I noticed it is easy for you to win the cork pop when there's only one cork. By the way.
I win, of course.
Yeah.
Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to share some nosing and tasting notes on this one. We'll see if it's good. It's called Decadence. That's tough to live up to. We'll see if it does. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and I'm excited to announce a brand new partnership with Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Many of you have perhaps heard of Leatherwood via our co-host on the Bourbon Daily, Kaylee Baker, who works there. Well, they're now an official sponsor of the network, and we look forward to everyone getting to know a little bit more about them. Company founder Andrew Lang brought his brewing and distilling hobby with him during his years of service as a Green Beret in the United States Army. Whether he was at his home base of Fort Campbell or during tours of duty in places like Italy or Afghanistan, Lang distilled whatever was available to him locally. We are excited about getting to know Andrew Lang and his team better via our programming and are planning a trip down there for the ABV Network crew very soon. In the meantime, check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com, where they will ship bottles directly to you, including their special Remembering 9/11 series, which is raising money for military charities. Seriously, get out there, buy some bottles, help a good cause, and let us know what you think. We're really excited about this partnership. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
Scott Pinkowski is unavailable. Would you like to? I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say right now.
He's listening to the Bourbon Daily. It's got to be the Bourbon
Daily.
Peace. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are here on the Bourbon Daily. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Scott Creighton and Jim Fosnot, my bourbon barrel buddies.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yes, officially. LLC.
We have an LLC. Yeah. We actually are recognized in the state of Missouri as barrel buddies. So you need to recognize us as that too, audience.
Yeah, yes, right. I agree.
Yeah. If not, ask the state. They know.
That's right.
They know. All right, let's talk about this one. Again, this one comes in at 91 proof. We don't know a whole lot about it. This is the fifth time they've done this. This is bottle 1878. And again, this is released this year. combination of Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana bourbons. Again, masterfully blended by our good friend Lisa Wicker, one of my best friends in the business. She loves the ABV Network. She is a huge fan of what we do. She'll probably be listening to this. So,
There we go.
There you go. All right, let's talk about this one on the nose. I think anytime you have maple,
Yeah, you're going to get that.
you're
maple.
going to get maple.
You got that great sweetness right
Yeah.
off the bat.
And you get some of that, and I don't know. I'm getting some bacon, so I'm going to say like waffles, even because of the maple and the waffles. I think that goes together, and that's what I'm getting on the nose here.
Because I'm hungry, I'm going to agree.
Yeah. So
Waffle House after
all
this?
right. Let's taste it. Here we go.
There we
Cheers
go.
up to this.
Cheers.
Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. First taste. Yes. That is really good.
That's good.
Wow.
That is not super sweet. It's not syrupy, sticky, sweet. No, not at all. That is whiskey we're drinking here.
Oh, my Lord.
With a subtle hint of maple on it. That's fantastic.
And a great hug.
Great,
going down.
Yeah.
Just
Holy cow.
nice.
Lisa Wicker.
Look at
Amazing.
the legs on that radio audience.
Yeah, look, the legs, radio audience.
Somehow New York gave me a Kentucky hug.
Wow. There's a lot going on in that
is.
mouth.
That's really good.
That is like full.
Not what I expected at all. Again, not overwhelming maple either. Sometimes any sort of infusion that has maple in it tends to be overwhelming. This is not an infusion. It's just aged in a barrel that had maple syrup in it, and it works.
I like it.
This really works. Good stuff.
100%.
I like it.
So, this is a absolute sipper, one you could drink. You know, what I always say about, when someone pours it, they've got that scribble. I'm like, what do you do with that? Can you drink more than one glass of that in a sitting? I tried some of that. I had one taste, and I was like, that's all I could drink. That was horrible. But this stuff, it feels like if someone was pouring a glass and then we poured another glass, and you could drink this all night and be fine with it.
This is sitting around the campfire.
This is a dessert bourbon. Like this is, Decadent is the right name for this. It's fantastic. This would, oh God, you're right. Sitting around a
Exceeds
campfire.
This is
A cool night, fall.
burn some wood, some leaves, get it going,
Yeah.
break this out.
Now, of course, cocktail bourbon tends to be an insult. I'm not saying this is a cocktail bourbon.
No.
It's a sippable bourbon. But this could work very well in a cocktail with the flavors you've got here. You could create some really unique things with this. So, very cool.
Well, I can't, but somebody else
Somebody could. Yeah, well, technically.
I could, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Jim, you make cocktails?
I do cocktails quite a bit, but I
If
try.
Scott and I came over,
I'm typically a Manhattan or old fashioned. I'm pretty.
okay.
I do have your book. I have tried a few out of your
Okay,
book as
that's
well.
good.
I've made your bourbon slushy is fantastic.
that's really good. That's an old family recipe, by the way. So that's legit. That's one that not that I created, though. My mom always gets credit for that.
This could take eggnog to another level.
Right.
True.
Yes,
True.
that
We
would be
talked
great.
eggnog
Eggnog,
before.
yes.
Yeah.
This in eggnog
Eggnog
would be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
That's
it's
a
cool.
great idea.
It's cool the weather is right now.
I've got
my Lord.
I've got all kinds of eggnog recipes. I do have one that needs to age 30 days, and maybe I'll do that. I'll put together some of that with the 30-day aged eggnog with this because we got a full bottle here. Man, that would make for some fantastic eggnog.
Yes, it would.
So from a marketing standpoint, it'd be great if they would market this with a small bottle of the maple syrup aged in their bourbon barrels.
Yeah, true.
I do love the syrup aged in
A
bourbon
little
barrels.
holiday kit.
I do
we
too.
go.
All right.
I don't eat a whole lot of things that have the maple. Every once in a while I'll have waffles or pancakes, and I do have that. But anytime I do have that, it is at home. You can't find it when you're out at most restaurants. But it is a barrel aged maple syrup. I'm into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done a couple of barrel aged cocktails that I put a little bit of that barrel aged maple syrup into.
Yeah.
It's been spectacular.
Yeah. And Crown is a brand that I've tried before. I like
Yeah.
it. It's right up there. It's good stuff.
I think we're on to something here.
I think we are. So there we go. I think very positive experience. Far exceeded expectations, I would say.
I would agree. I
Very
was thinking it's going to be over the top sweet,
Yeah.
and it is not.
not.
It is, I would definitely call it a dessert bourbon, but in a good way.
Yep.
Actually, kind of looking forward to maybe smoking a cigar while sipping on this. Pretty,
Yes,
pretty
there you go.
fantastic.
There you go.
Yes, well done, Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa Wicker. Kudos to you.
We approve, Lisa.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Scott, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at RedDevil85 and Above Average Pour.
All right, Jim.
You can find me on Facebook at Jim Fawzit or on Instagram at FazJim, FAZZJIM.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that important website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. We put all of our newsletters out there. We have our shop out there. We put all of our events out there. So much more, abvnetwork.com. Check us out, Bourbon Sasquatch on YouTube, which is a great way to know a little bit more about us. We'll do a video about this too, which would be kind of cool. And if you like what we're doing, head over to patreon.com/the ABV Network. Would be very helpful for us. You can get involved in what we're doing. And, of course, give this thing a 5-star review. That helps new people find the show. That's pretty important to us. All right, gang. Well, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Cheers.
Cheers. Peace.
Yeah, that's nice.
Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.